Hi guys, and happy Tuesday. I have Sirius XM playing in the background and the clouds are just blocking the signal, so if it goes in and out, I'm sorry, it's driving me crazy. So anyway, I was up and out early. I went to the Big Spirit Halloween that I have not been to yet. I found a couple of things and I stopped in the local thrift, and that's what I did this morning. But and I'll show you what I got. But I thought today we would talk about some of the films that I've been watching this month so far. The classic horror I saved till closer to Halloween, but the other films that I've been watching I want to talk about today. I saw some great things, and I saw something not so great. You know, something I thought was going to be great, and it really wasn't. But we'll get into that. So, in Spirit, I got this remarkable, for the mask collection, I got this remarkable alien. He's a scary alien, but he's really cool. Look at the shape of his head. Isn't that amazing? I loved him. He was really great. And I gotta say, the mask selection in Spirit this week was not outstanding. So, I was hard-pressed to find masks this year, and it's okay, because this way, when next year comes, if the masks are better, I'll be more excited, you know. Anyway, he's a great mask. I love him. And to go with him, I got this. It's a great one. And I just watched Mars Attacks a few weeks ago. It's not on today's list, but I did watch that. It's Tim Burton. It's very funny. It's not typical Tim Burton, but it is very fun. And this just reminds me so much of that. Budgie doesn't like it. So I got that and this alien in Spirit today, and I had a 20% off coupon, so I was pretty happy. So let me put Mr. Alien over here so you can see the pumpkin that I got in. Let's put the alien here. Can we see him? Not really. Not really. I'll just have his eyes peeking out. In the thrift, I found this awesome Bacchus. This metal Bacchus. He hangs. And I believe he is a bottle opener. Because see the one tooth there? So he hangs, and he's got this tooth that probably is a bottle opener. Or something. His mouth just looks like a bottle opener to me, and I think it is. So that was really cool. I was happy with him. And I got this little pumpkin with the flame inside. And the colors. He's really cute. I don't know if you can see the flame going on camera, but he is really, really fun. So that was my Spirit. I spent a good hour in Spirit today because I walked around and around and around, and I said, you know, I have already bought everything I wanted here for the year, like my Lydia hat, which is one of my favorites. But I saw him, and I don't remember seeing him before with the big head and everything. Love him. So I got him. Today we're drinking a Fest beer by Hofbrauhaus for Oktoberfest, of course. Very fun. And it's delicious. Very good. Alright, let's get into the films I've been watching this month so far. Not all horror, but some of them, although not deemed horror, are pretty horrible. In many ways, okay? So, of course, we start out with Rob Zombie's Munsters. I loved it. Like, Craig was like, I can't believe the reviews it's getting. I said, I don't know what people expected from this movie, but I loved it. It was visually stunning. It was so cute. It was, and it wasn't a rehash of what we already saw. Rob decided to do when Herman and Lily met and how they came eventually to buy 1313 Mockingbird Lane. I mean, this is like a prequel, and his idea of a prequel, and I thought it was absolutely adorable. Nothing greater than using Nosferatu as the DJ. I mean, it was so fun. I highly recommend it. You know, you can't go in expecting one thing, and you just have to open your mind to watch this film, because Rob is great and so creative, and this movie, he did a great job. I gotta say, I adored it. I watched Requiem for a Dream. This film is excellent. Not a horror film per se, but pretty horrific. You know, this is the one I was talking about the other day that I found after I watched it. I found the DVD in the thrift. And it is definitely a very serious study in addiction, and it's very, very, very creepy. I mean, it's well acted. It's, everything about it was really good. It moved along. I enjoyed it immensely. I watched a Serbian film. Okay. I can't recommend a Serbian film to anyone that doesn't already know something about it, because it is considered the most disturbing film of all time. It is not a horror film, but it is truly horrifying and well acted, well done, but the content is so disturbing that I can't, like I said, I can't recommend it. I mean, if I watch lists, I watch people's lists of like the scariest movies, the top 10 scariest, top 10 most disturbing, top 10 funniest. I watch I watch all people's lists. But of course, my opinion is completely different from anybody that I watch. So, a Serbian film, while I'm glad I saw it, I can't recommend it if you're sensitive or faint of heart, because there are a couple of scenes in this that are so disturbing, you probably won't be the same after it, you know. So that's what I'm going to say about a Serbian film. I watched Chapter 27. This one was recommended by Cindy, and as soon as she said it was the Mark David Chapman story, I said, yeah, I have to see that. And I have to say that Jared Leto was incredible in this film, and he gained, I think, 65 pounds for it, so he would look more like Chapman, and he did. And it was disturbing, you know. It was interesting. It was well done. It was very dark and, you know, gloomy, and it's really the 3 days leading up to Lennon's killing. So I really liked it. I liked it a lot. You learn a lot about the guy. And I know that Chapman has done many, many interviews, you know, from prison. And so they probably do know a lot about the workings, what was going on in his mind. One thing is, I don't want to say too much about these movies because I don't want to ruin any of them for you. The only one that I really have to warn you about is a Serbian film. But with Chapter 27, there was a point when Chapman almost turned around and didn't do it. Didn't do that. Could you imagine? Wow. I watched a film called The Constitution. This was a Croatian film. It was excellent. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so good. It's not horror. It's not horror. It's not disturbing. It's just a drama, and a really good one. A really good drama, and I loved it. The subject matter is not is unusual, and it has a really I don't want to give away too much, but the ending will probably get you really upset, but then something happens. So I just want to put that out there. Really good. The Constitution. The Sacrament. Okay, on this list, The Sacrament was probably my favorite. This is an incredible film from beginning to end. There was no lags in this film. There was no I wasn't bored. I couldn't look away. It was such a good film. This one has the idea of like a Jim Jones People's Temple kind of cult thing going on, and it is remarkable. It was so good. It was produced by Eli Roth, who is, of course, the creator of The Green Inferno. And Green Inferno is one of my favorite movies. And he produced The Sacrament, and that's probably why it is so good. I mean, I really liked it. It was not a horror movie either, but it was pretty horrible. Pretty horrific, same thing, you know. I watched a film called Murder Box. It was interesting. It held my attention. It had a twist ending, which I liked. It's about a dark comedian. Like he's almost like a horror comedian. It's kind of interesting. He wears like Alice Cooper kind of makeup, and he's a dark comic, and he gets arrested for his missing girlfriend. He's a suspect. But I didn't think that one. I believe you could see this one for free on YouTube. I just clicked on it to see, and I wound up liking it, watching it to the end. All right, on a lot of people's horror lists was a movie called Hereditary. Some people were calling it one of the scariest movies they've ever seen. I hated it. I could barely sit through it. It was so dull. Nothing happened. And once the little girl character was killed, she was like the best character to me. She was my favorite character. And then it just went downhill from there. I could barely stand this movie. I don't know. I couldn't. First, it was long. It was boring as hell. The scary scenes to me were not that scary. I didn't like it at all. So that was by a filmmaker. Let me see. Ari Aster. I believe his name is Ari Aster. I decided to give him another chance with a film called Midsommar. All right, Midsommar was I liked it a little bit better. Visually, it was really, really beautiful. It was filmed in Sweden, and it had another cult sort of theme, which I like. I enjoy those movies. This one really was beautiful, film-wise, but the problem with this guy's films is they're so long. And I know a lot of people used to complain about going to the theater and the films being so short, you weren't getting your money's worth, blah, blah, blah. I cannot sit still for anything for 2.5 hours. This film is 2.5 hours. I did make it through because I wanted to see where it went. And it was creepy. It was super creepy. And like I said, I made it to the end. This one was much better than Hereditary. I I'd recommend it if you like those cult, films about cults and things like that, creepy cults. Beautifully filmed, like I said. Just if you can sit through 2.5 hours, go for it. But that's usually absolutely my limit, unless it's great. 2.5 hours, you'll usually lose me. And since I paid to rent Hereditary and Midsommar, I forced myself to watch the whole thing. You know what I mean? But Midsommar, I would say, yeah, I would probably. I was glad I watched it. Hereditary, waste of my time, no doubt. Nothing about it scared me. It wasn't scary. It wasn't. And it almost didn't even make sense. I mean, if you watch it, you'll see. So, anyway, some people liken it to things like Rosemary's Baby. No way. Rosemary's Baby is a classic. Hereditary is, I'll never watch it again. But that's what I've watched so far this month. Like I said, the classics I usually save till closer to Halloween, especially Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, two of my all-time favorites. But I'm on a disturbing film kick. I'm trying to see these films that people talk about that are supposed to be disturbing. And that's why I watched a Serbian film. And yes, I agree. That one really, really disturbed me. But it was well done. It was excellent. In fact, after that film was made, the director was actually arrested for something. And it wasn't something pretty. So it was a creepy film. And it's definitely not for everyone. I've been trying to watch the Poughkeepsie tapes, but it's not available anywhere. It's not available anywhere. I can't find it. It's not on YouTube. It's not on Amazon. It's not. I can't find it. I can't even find it to buy on DVD. I don't know. I guess it's out there somewhere. I'll keep trying because that's another one that I've heard is pretty good. I'll try it. I watched one other that was called Found Footage. I believe it can also be found on YouTube for free. It was about a brother-sister kind of ghost hunting team that goes into a school. It was pretty good. I love found footage films, I think they're awesome. And a couple of the, what are they? Midsommar, they call it a found footage film because it is filmmakers going in to find this guy's sister. But they make it out. Well, they get their film out. What else was found footage? Oh, The Sacrament. Yeah, The Sacrament. Oh, my favorite film on the list. And Murder Box was called a found footage film also. So this movie was actually called Found Footage, and it also has a twist end, and it was entertaining. It was a pretty good movie. It wasn't so bad. Last year, around this time, I watched Creep 1 and Creep 2. Those are really creepy. Those are creepy films. Creep 1 and Creep 2, really good. The House is October Built, excellent. About the creating, these guys go around looking for locations for live haunts, and it's a really fun movie. It's a really good movie. Trying to think of what else I'm really looking forward to this year. Just my basics, like all the Rob Zombies. Love every one of his horror films. Definitely Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. Your classics. Those are what I love. And whatever Sven Guli's playing this month. But these were all. I saw all of these on streaming, except for, of course, the Munsters, which I own on DVD. But all of these can be found online. So, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let me know in the comments what horror films you've been watching and what films you would recommend for me. knowing like the kind of thing that I like. And I will check them out. So that's about it for me. I am waiting for the mailman. He's got a couple of records coming. I did get one of the Radio Tink merch samples, but I'm waiting for the other one to come so I can show them both together. But I got to say, they are amazing. Quality is remarkable. The stuff is great for Christmas for your fans out there of Radio Tink. And I think that's about it, guys. I didn't bring the camera to Spirit because we've been there already, and I've shown it. Sunday, I'm supposed to go to State Fair Halloween Superstore, which has moved to a new location this year. So I will bring the camera with me that day because we'll see what the new State Fair looks like now that they've moved. See if they're still as great as they were. So that'll be Sunday. I hope the weather is like a gorgeous autumn day. We'll see. Today's a pretty autumn day. Yesterday was dark, dreary, gloomy, cold. And all I did yesterday was a podcast. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you're all having a magical, mystical, musical, mid-October Tuesday. Comment, subscribe, spread that love. Tink merch below. Radio Tink podcast link below. And until next time, remember, I love each and every one of you. Let's all go to the movies. Mwah.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.